Rappers have released new evidence in the YNW Melly trial today. Here's what you need to know. Days before the passing of YNW Sakchaser and YNW Juvy, Sakchaser was caught messing around with Melly's at-the-time girlfriend. YNW Melly's now ex-girlfriend's mother did a deposition with the feds. As during the interview, the police officer asks the girlfriend's mom, "Were you aware that Sakchaser sent your daughter some rather special types of pictures?" Where she responds, "Yes, I am." He asks, "So you saw those pictures?" Where she says, "I didn't see them, but she called me and they came over. She was in Tallahassee during that time, but she did tell me about them." Now this is breaking in the YNW Melly case, as this could easily be seen as a motive for why YNW Melly would want to even do the act towards Sakchaser. However, this isn't even the only motive that was found either today, as another deposition being released revealed a record deal being offered to Sakchaser. YNW Sakchaser was set to receive $200,000 from YNW Melly's record label. However, prior to Sakchaser getting offered this record deal, YNW Melly's mother would post this online just weeks before he was offered.
Show me text messages from Sakchaser, all her friends, and all these people. Like, he's about this life, but I'm saying, like, who you ever out at? What you ever did? You couldn't even take charge. If you don't sit your down and don't ever come for me, because my credentials is real. It ain't even a joke. So don't ever try to come for me, because I don't even play them type of games. Like, what you got that I ain't got? Oh, you your little. I got big. At the end of the day, Melly is my child.
This created a real mystery for law enforcement. Melly has stated many times that his mother is the most important thing in his life. If someone goes after her, there could definitely be a motive to retaliate. Mix that in with Sakchaser also trying to message YNW Melly's at-the-time girlfriend is just a recipe for disaster. With the feds now having two very good leads on possible motives for Sakchaser and Juvy's passing, they wanted to find more answers. The police attempted to subpoena the record label 300 Entertainment during their investigation in order to investigate the new record deal. However, the detective explained that the company refused to honor their subpoena. Instead, the feds would then ask YNW Sakchaser's mother. Her name is Jana Thompson, and she expanded on the $200,000 payment during her March 2022 deposition. Though she specified she didn't know exactly who the alleged payment was from or what it was for, she did say that Sakchaser reached out to her a few days before he sadly passed, where she says, and I quote, "My son hysterically called me," she said. "He was very concerned about my whereabouts. He was concerned about his sister's whereabouts. He was concerned, like something is gonna happen to us. And then he told me that he would not get his money." As she continued saying, he said, "I'm probably not gonna get my $200,000. I'm probably not gonna get my money." So after more research, it was found that YNW Sakchaser's music career was beginning to take flight moments before he passed. He dropped two hit songs known as Backend and Tropical, and those are the two songs that got the attention of Melly's record label. According to records, they claim that if YNW Melly did the act towards Sakchaser to 1, avoid paying the $200,000, or even 2, retaliating for talking to his ex-girlfriend, YNW Melly will then be eligible for the penalty, as he ended up using money as a motive, including the possibility of Melly trying to retaliate for either his mother or his ex-girlfriend. As the feds continued to back up their claims of their new foundings with the setting of Sakchaser and Juvy's passing, as it was almost too perfect for a retaliation attempt. As on October 26, 2018, in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, two YNW associates, being Sakchaser and Juvy, would sadly pass while leaving a recording studio in an empty parking lot alongside Melly and Bortlen.
And I'm driving, ducking for my life, trying to make sure I don't get hit. And you telling me, you telling me about shit. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to make sure I don't get hit. I'm driving. I'm trying to make sure I don't get hit. You know what I'm saying? what I'm gonna be worried about? You know what I'm saying?
I know it's not for you to worry about.
Shit crazy, bro.
But if you tell me it happened there's got to be some evidence there. There's going to be broken glass, just like there's broken glass over here from when you guys opened the doors and stuff like that. Okay, there's going to be broken glass over there when the windows got out. There's going to be casings from the people at your car. Okay, there's going to be evidence over there. Okay, right now, there's nothing. I kind of think I know what happened because I got information.
That was YNW Bortlen explaining what happened moments after it occurred. Bortlen alleges that while driving home inside of the vehicle with Melly, Sakchaser, and Juvy, an opposing vehicle filled with rival street members blocked off their vehicle on the road. They then rolled their windows down and began using firearms against Melly's car. With Bortlen being the driver of the vehicle, he would then swerve the car off of the road into an empty parking lot while trying to protect his side of the car, as it was just a human instinct, but this would end up leaving Sakchaser and Juvy's side of the car a wide open target to these individuals. This is eventually what would lead to their passings as explained by YNW Bortlen. However, new evidence shared in trial today tells a much different story. Detective Christopher Williams announced in the courtroom when the 4 YNW affiliates were leaving the recording studio, YNW Bortlen brought the vehicle himself into this empty parking lot located on an abandoned street. Away from surrounding homes and witnesses, no one was in sight. The feds believe that YNW Bortlen then created a distraction inside of the car. Meanwhile, YNW Melly did the act towards Juvy and Sakchaser. They back up these claims as GPS evidence through YNW Melly's cell phone revealed that Melly and Bortlen sat in the vehicle for around 40 minutes after Sakchaser and Juvy sadly passed. This was until Melly was seen stepping out of the vehicle, walking around the car twice before hopping back in, according to the GPS evidence tracked through his cell phone. Evidence backing these claims is that the detective believes the rapper was likely the one who committed the act towards them. As Williams reconstructed the scene of the crime, he used human-like figures in the exact same Jeep, with the figures being the exact same height as well as body weight as everyone in the car. He then used firearms towards the figures, everything lined up the exact same as the actual crime, as it was also revealed that Melly most likely did this act towards Juvy and Sakchaser only 8 inches away from their faces, as all signs of who did the act towards them had to have been sitting in YNW Melly's seat in the car. As using what is called the stick method, Detective Williams used plastic sticks to match the trajectory of where a firearm could have been used, as the trajectory from Melly's seat showed a perfect match to where Sakchaser and Juvy were affected when they were examined at the hospital. Rappers would react to YNW Melly for a short period of time. This is where we would see Kodak Black share on his Instagram,
"Yo, man, free that boy Melvin, man, free Melly."
Man, stop. We're not playing like that. Oh, we go for the...
And we would even see YNW Melly get praised from Toronto rapper Drake for his music style.
A kid like YNW Melly who just has the craziest melodies, pain in his voice, but not afraid to just be like, yeah, sure, like I might be this way on road, but in my music, this is what I enjoy doing.
As while YNW Melly was sitting in jail, his brother YNW Slime would say this during an interview.
So what's some of the musical advice YNW Melly gave you?
Musical advice: find fire melodies and make money.
No cap. At least you're just straightforward. How was it to see your brother rise to the forefront?
It's kind of like normal to me, because I already knew it was going to happen. It's just a matter of time when.
When can the people expect to see Melly on?
What could it be? I would say a cheat code for the rap game.
As even 1 month into YNW Melly's jail time, the last 2 rappers to really react to Melly was Durk and King Von, as these 2 would have a phone call with Melly. Strangely enough, this would actually be one of the last phone calls YNW Melly ever had, as he was permanently banned from using it in jail.
Bust, you got tippy. Bust harder than mine. It's me.
This would even cause an alleged Snoop Dogg tweet that went viral on Reddit, which stated, "That Melly boy cold. Youngin's doing questionable stuff in the industry now. Is he guilty though?" However, rappers reacting and even talking about YNW Melly would begin to slowly fade away. As Melly's evidence would begin stacking, many rappers wanted to distance themselves from him, as things went very silent until out of the blue, we would see reports of YNW Melly is being accused of teaming up with one of his lawyers to plot a prison escape. The Broward County Jail where YNW Melly is currently locked up did an interview with Complex where they mentioned in the courtroom on April 11th, 2022, Broward Sheriff's Office received a confidential tip regarding inmates Nicholas Lewis and Jamal Demons, both housed in the same unit at the main jail, planning an escape from jail by having Demons' attorney bring in 2 handcuff keys in order to aid the escape. Additional information provided by the source was that Lewis had an item that is illegal in jail, as well as narcotics that were not prescribed to him. As the statement continues saying, jail authorities searched Lewis's jail cell after the tip, which came from another inmate. They found multiple illegal items and narcotics for which he did not have a prescription. Melly's cell was also searched, but nothing was found except food from the commissary and an excessive amount of jail-issued clothing. Now, we would end up seeing YNW Melly's mother even react to this article.
Okay, so I'm at work and I just seen this crazy story. First of all, this is just another tactic for them to try to literally just tarnish my son's character and everything. They do not want him having attorney visits in person, which will cause for ineffective counsel. So we went to court for that. And they took his phone calls and they have him locked down. They had no evidence whatsoever that his attorneys did anything wrong to prove these accusations, but they knew it would get picked up by the media. So when we get ready to pick a jury, hopefully within the next 2 weeks, it's gonna be, oh, this kid tried to escape. Oh, this kid tried to do all these things. This is all fake because they do not have a case.
As in the video, Melly's mom mentions how the feds have zero evidence against him. The prosecutors are just trying to make him look bad in front of the jury. Melly's music manager, 100K Track, would even defend Melly's mom during this situation, sharing that YNW Melly has good defenses and against the evidence against him.
He built a real great solid team away from just being innocent because he wouldn't do such a crime. He prepared himself and got a proper, defense. Their job is to handle themselves in trial, not on social media. You guys are taking it that way. If they say they got DNA in a car, I'm just gonna tell you, Melly DNA was found in the car. You're gonna think, yeah, his DNA was found in the car the day of the. Oh, he jumped in a car and his DNA was in the car. He did it, okay? But you're not gonna put the fact that this was his car for 6-7 months on those documents and dockets and just automatically be like, yo, he's fried. You don't even know what the defense is. You don't even know what the rebuttal is. You don't even know why that situation occurred. You hear ballistics flying. You don't know what the defense is. You hear this, you hear that. You get what I'm saying?
I'm gonna be honest.